Yeah.
Welcome to Remarkable Realities. Today we are talking about, it's a bit of a debrief really, isn't it?
Yeah.
About yesterday. Yesterday we both entered the Hameldown Hammer, which is a Dartmoor half marathon. I think it's one of the most difficult half marathons in the country. We turned up as novices.
Yeah, very novices compared to, I think, a lot of people there.
Yeah, straight away seeing people get out their cars, just the kit they were wearing, their body shape, we knew straight away that we did not fit in this arena.
Yeah, and I think we should address the elephant in the room, that only one of us has a medal around their neck.
Oh, I'd forgotten it was there.
Did you?
I had, yes.
Yeah, Sunday just wasn't my day.
No.
Just.
Can I tell people how it happened?
Yeah.
So the start of the Hameldown Hammer, we did no research other than the date it started, the time it started, and where we needed to park. That was probably about, and how much it cost. That was about the limit of our research, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When we got there, we did this thing that I would recommend nobody else do. But we did it a number of times yesterday morning, spoke to really experienced people about the race, and all of them, well, what were their views?
I think one of them just looked at us and was just, did he shake his head?
He said, "Oh, you've done stuff like this before," and we went, "No," and he went, "Oh," and I said, "Your face is just telling me that we're in the wrong place." And he didn't say, no, you're not. He went,
Yeah, and we went up to the start. Yeah. Which was...
It was 500 metres. No, not 500 metres. Half a mile.
Incline.
Really, really terrible incline. Which is what killed your race.
Yeah, right at the start.
Yeah.
Right at the start. The talking to people, and then the sort of a realisation that we were
fish out of water.
Yeah, underprepared. And then that incline, and my heart rate spiked massively, even though we were pretty much walking. And then
not just us walking up the first bit. I'd say 50% of people that everyone was walking, and if you were stuck behind the people that are walking, there's no way of getting through.
The one bit of advice we got off one of the guys was, don't overdo it here because it will mess up your race.
Yeah, and he was really experienced as well, wasn't he?
And I was all right, and then it's not excuses, just didn't have it yesterday.
Yeah. Your mind went.
Yeah.
I've lost my running buddy. Luke, your mind gave up, your body didn't. Next year.
Yeah.
I looked back and I was like, come on, we'll jog for a little bit and then we'll walk and then we'll jog. And you were just shaking your head. And I said, stop shaking your head that way, shake your head that way.
I've realised, in the nicest possible way, you are not the person I need around me at that point. Because I know that once I get to a point, and I realise this with my running in general, and you've seen it, I start off horrendous.
You do. You hit like I hit a mile 5. You're really good.
Yeah, I hit a wall at the start, and then after like 3 miles, once I'm in and my body's adjusted to it, I just go at my pace, and that's it. I was fine.
So the Hameldown is the wrong one because that's straight into. Well, 178 was my heart rate which is 6 below my safe peak heart rate.
Mate, mine had spiked. Mine was so high.
So your running style, that was the wrong race yesterday.
I think so.
And we were talking before we hit record about if we had done more research, then we wouldn't have done it. And you were saying, that would have been good. And I said, no, that wouldn't have been good because I would have talked myself out of it. And as much as I'm gutted you didn't get one, I'm really proud of myself for getting one.
You should be. I'm not,
and you were great with that. But we thought about people talk themselves out of things.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't. You should give it a go anyway.
So, I don't think I've told you this. Got up to where it levelled out a bit.
Yeah.
And you turned around and you said, come on. And I said, go, I don't want to ruin your race. And you went. And I was like, thank goodness. Because I wouldn't be able to tolerate you at that time for much longer.
I was high.
Right. Oh, yeah, no,
yesterday.
yeah, absolutely. And it was amazing to see. And then it went really well. So that sort of flatter bit,
Yeah.
I picked up the pace. And I think I'd done like a just under 10-minute mile, which was quite good for where we were.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, this is all right. I've got this. I was like, so I'm going to run the flats and then walk the hills.
Yeah.
And that was my method.
Of which there were many
Yeah.
hills.
And then that first descent,
Yeah.
I stacked it. My trail shoes were not suitable for
No.
that. I mean, the weather was horrendous, but so I went down, and you see it on like videos and stuff where people sort of go down a hill, but they have so much momentum they flip themselves back up.
Yeah.
So I sort of went down and got myself back up, and then roly-poly forward and just into a rock, and it was like, great.
So just, if there's anyone, I mean, we are not a running channel, we are not running experts, but if someone is watching this thinking, I am a novice like them too, and I'm going to step it up and do something like they've tried. I was wearing Solomon Speed Cross 4s with an 8mm lug. Now, I didn't even know what a lug was 3 months ago. The lug is the height of the grip. So I didn't slip over at all day.
I was in Adidas Terex.
Yeah.
And I slipped over a lot.
Well, you were slipping over in training runs.
Yeah. I'm getting the ones you've got, I think.
I saw lots of people wearing Solomon Speed Cross, different.
But I'm
4,
not
5s,
using
and 6s.
my shoes as an excuse. I just didn't have it physically and mentally yesterday, and I think more mentally than anything. But
I'm going to talk briefly about the run because I'm going to show you some clips. We had 52-mile-an-hour winds. We had the worst weather possible for a run of this type because we were on the top of moors, and you did 9.5 miles. You forgot to mention that.
I missed the cut-off point.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I got to the second aid station, and they were like, you can go on, but you're not getting past the next one.
Yeah.
And I was like, right. Then I'm not putting myself, or there were sweepers behind, and I was like, if I stop here and I'm the last person, then they don't have to go any further.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want to put them through more than what they have to. So I was like, well, I'm not making that cut-off point because I was at the time at that cut-off point.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put myself through more than I need to. But yeah, 9.5 miles. I'm proud of that. I am proud of,
because it was horizontal rain.
Yeah.
The wind at times was, you could lean into the wind and not fall over. It was that strong.
Between,
also blew us up some hills as well.
Between 7 and 9, when it went up a hill and then flattened out for a bit. That was the worst of the weather I had.
Yeah.
Like, that's where it came in, and it was just the wind and the rain was just blowing me sideways. You couldn't run. Well,
No.
you could, but you were, because it was just coming straight at you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's talk about the pod. Right. What time did you get?
3:03.56.
Nice.
Which for me is like getting first place, because it's not a race that people, it's not, I said to a friend last night, it's not a race where people go, oh, should we try a half marathon? It's a race where people who know they can smash half marathons do a difficult half marathon.
I think very quickly, the guy who turned up in the vest, we're assuming he won, because he was
130 or 129, something like that.
And he was at the start of the hill, before we had even started.
Yeah.
He went like a rocket.
And he was literally wearing a tiny pair of shorts and a string vest. Not even a string vest, like a muscle vest.
Runner's vest.
Runners, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the sort of the calibre that was there.
Yeah, and there was lots of those people. We were not meant to be there, but I'm really, really, really proud to finish. Not only finished, beat 30 odd people.
Finished before 30.
I beat them. I absolutely beat them. I did.
Yeah.
Because at the end, I could see 3 people in front of me, and my mindset was, if I just pick up my pace for this last half mile, I will be 3 names up that list. And I don't know where that came from. I am competitive, but not in running because I'm not a good runner. But for that minute, I wanted to beat those 3 people in front of me, and I did.
Mate, you should be very proud of yourself.
So what's next?
So we've got big challenges, both of us this year.
Yeah.
And within that, we are going to hopefully do we've got one small challenge.
Great West Run.
Great West Run.
Flat half marathon.
So in Exeter on May the 28th. End of May. Which is a half marathon on the road.
It's a great one. That's a half marathon. If you're thinking I'm going to do my first half marathon, that's one to do because the streets are thronged with people who cheer everybody on. Yeah. And it's fantastic.
We're aiming for a time.
2:15.
2:15. So if anyone wants to come and run it with us around the 2:15 mark, feel free.
Yeah.
The more the merrier. It'd be quite nice to have a bit of a group of us. So that's a smaller challenge.
And then after that, you've got a big... Well, I've got a big...
Yours is first.
Oh, yeah, July.
Yours is July. So
I'm going to attempt... No, I'm going to walk the entire length of the South West Coast Path. 640 miles. Self-supported, backpack camping, tent or bivvy, I haven't decided yet. Lightweight gear, not leave the trail, just do the whole thing in one hit. And that'll be, it's been a dream of mine for years, and I've said to the family, someday is code word for never, isn't it? So I'm not going to carry on saying I'm going to do it someday. I'm going to do it this summer. And then you've got a lot of training to do.
Yeah. So ironically, I have signed up for an ultra marathon on the Jurassic Coast. So it's the Maverick Jurassic Ultra, 54k I think it is.
With horrendous.
Yeah, I have a lot of work to do physically and mentally.
Yeah. I'd say more mentally.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah, my mindset needs to be different for that. That's what I'm doing. It'll be in October. We are going to have Tom Barton on soon, who is a runner up in Dorset who has ran this ultra. He ran it last year to discuss what to expect, what kit, and a bit more about him. So that will be up soon. He's a really good guy. It'd
be good to dip into his mindset and his training methods. And
so that's our big challenges.
Yeah. That we will succeed, both of us.
Oh, I will 100%.
And just so it's time stamped and recorded here, Luke will have one of these next year. We are going back.
The redemption. Yeah. Matey in your vest, watch out.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.